Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Good morning, everybody. Let me try to. I'm trying to assess how I word things and get to the main substance of what I'm wanting to talk about this morning. But let's clear up a few things. This past week, I've just had difficulty with the tablet staying charged and charging. Now, yesterday, I miraculously did get the cord in there just at the right way, and I propped the tablet in such a way that the cord was leaning against something, and it was put into the right position to keep it charging. It messed up a couple of different times, but it finally got to 100%, so I had 100% charge on the tablet this morning. I'm already down to 90-something. But that is one of the reasons that my videos have not been as consistent this week. I've made them, as Wednesday I made a video for Way of the Wizard, and that did not fully upload completely until sometime on Thursday. It was almost completely uploaded, I think, by the end of Wednesday, and then something happened, and I think it started over. And then I woke up Thursday, and it looked like it was going to be done relatively soon. And I think it started over again. And then it took, whenever it finally got done on Thursday, and I shared it then. Now, because of that, I just didn't even attempt to really make any other videos. Now, yesterday on Friday, I made a video and uploaded it. That one didn't finish uploading until yesterday evening. I tried to make the video a little bit shorter, hoping that it would take less time to upload. And that's just because I'm doing it from the phone, and that's not my normal carrier. That's a new phone, and I'm going to probably, if I'm going to have to use the phone until I get a better, a tablet or a laptop like I've been talking for the past few months. Really, ever since I've started the channel or really got serious about it, I've been talking about doing that. So hopefully, God willing, there will be a way made before the end of the year for me to invest, or somebody will help me with getting some better equipment to make better videos, to move forward in the overall plan of, I've stated this before, still a goal to secure a domain name, as long as, if Enlightened Frequency has not been taken yet, which it wasn't a few months ago or at the beginning of the year, I might use that name again as a starting off point and to build on something. And I would look forward to, once I got the domain name secured and I'm paying for it, moving forward, it would be cool and interesting to see if I could find somebody that would be interested in helping me build it. And it's just, when you buy into, when you're building a website, that from the point of view of me, like, I don't know how to code anything or write any kind of, to build a website from scratch as a computer person or anything like that. But I do know how, in the past I had a website and I used GoDaddy. I may use a different service this time. I'll be looking into all that. But, it's got templates. So then you can pick out what kind of layout you want for each page of the website. You put your own text to it. You pull from video, pictures and art and things you have downloaded, and you place into where you want your pictures to be according to the layout that you pick out and all that. You choose your own font, all that. But that being said, what I was saying is, when I'm able to get this going, it'd be interesting to see if anybody out there would be interested in helping me. That being said, what I would do is, once I got it all set up, then I would give you, whoever would be interested in helping me design this, lay it out, figure out what would work, maybe not work, as we move along, allowing you to have access to enter into the website at any given time without me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that on your free time, if you're interested in helping build this, you would be able to go online, work on ideas for the website. You can shoot me, send me over what you got, and I can say, yeah, man, let's roll with that, or let's don't. That would free me up from trying to do everything myself. Because I tell you, when I tried to do a website before and everything, it got overwhelming, and it wasn't even a website where I was selling anything or doing anything other than just trying to monitor it, update it every few weeks, keep things, flowing, making it look right, perfecting it, learning how to do it. And, of course, it was, like I said, I wasn't selling anything, wasn't trying to make money off of it. And the new website would be along the same lines, but I will have, hopefully, eventually merchandise to sell, to promote what I am doing, the channel, the messages that I want to spread, and things like that. And what I wanted to really talk about this morning, and I'd stopped the other video because it was going on so long, and I felt like I hadn't got into the nitty-gritty of this because I wanted to hopefully get to the subject that's on my brain. But here it is. I'm 6 minutes into the video, and we're going to start now. I am dealing with September again, of course. Going from last month into this month, I knew I would have September is a hard month. September 30th, 2002 was when my mom's house was burned down. It was an arson house fire, still an unsolved case. So there you have it. If you've been watching my channel, then you've heard me mention this several different times throughout the year or year and a half, however long. The channel's been up for a few years, but I've been only taking it serious over the past year and a half of really trying to push forward and get something of quality out there. Even though I don't have the best equipment, quality meaning the subjects I choose to talk about, the things I try to share. And moving forward, I keep saying this, I'm really wanting to get back to doing a few toy videos and some fun stuff too. And I have yet to get to that. Hopefully I can move forward doing that. But that being said, September 30th, 2002 was when Mom was killed. And so that's coming up next week. And that's going to be a difficult time for me. Last year, I got through it, did pretty good. I didn't drink through September or anything. I maintained my sobriety during that time, which was great. A lot of times in the past, September has been a month where going into it, a lot of times I'd end up in a mental hospital, trying to hurt myself, trying to kill myself, doing things bad to myself, feeling in a bad way. And then a lot of times while I was in the mental hospital and was getting sober and getting clear-headed and back on medication and stuff, then at that point I would realize, because I would be in the mental hospital either right before September 30th or right around during that same time frame. Like sometimes I'd find myself realizing on September 30th in the mental hospital that I was there on September 30th and this is what was going on with me. Sometimes I'd be in there before September 30th, but I would see the time frame and I'd be like, that explains why I'm acting a little bit more crazy than normal. Sometimes I might be there a few days after September 30th because I just went through a big manic spell or a drug binge or an alcohol binge and trying to cover up a lot of emotions about Mom. But I'm proud to say that over the past year and a half, I have done a lot better. I don't dabble into any hard drugs really or anything, and my drinking has been pretty much done. Y'all have seen me confess a few different times throughout the year where I first messed up at the beginning of this year, and then a few months later I messed up, and it's going on like that. So, but we're approaching into 8 weeks of another round of sticking to it, staying on it. And, it's just a lot of it for me is about routine, just getting a good routine down. That being said, after I get this video done, I'm going to start uploading it and gear up to go for my first morning walk. That is what I've been working on a lot this week, trying to get them walks in. I don't know if I've lost any weight or not, but the only way it's going to happen is if I get more consistent at walking longer each time I walk and staying at it. Like usually my first walk of the day is to at least get to the church and back. And that's what I'm going to try this morning. Now, sometimes I get to a certain point and I'm ready to turn around, and I do. sometimes I get to a certain point and I'm thinking I'm ready to turn around, but the Spirit says, no, you're not that far. Go on, get this over with. And that's what has been going on this past week. When I found myself trying to talk myself into turning around at a certain point when I should just go on and push forward and get to my standard goal point of where I want to turn around at and then turn around. So it's about perseverance too for me, trying to push forward during a difficult month, trying to push forward every day, trying to stay out of my head. I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of studying. Something I wanted to share. You know, I'm not preaching to nobody, but I wanted to share this from the book of John. You know, it's the beginning of it, chapter 1, Christ the eternal word. In the beginning, the Word already existed. He was with God, and He was God. He was in the beginning with God. He created everything there is. Nothing exists that He didn't make. Life itself was in Him, and this life gives light to everyone. The light shines through the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. Remember that. As beings of light, a spirit manifest into flesh, and receivers of light, and we retrieve light, we give off light. When we become aware of that and start trying to live in our light path, things will start unfolding that you may not have ever believed would, you know. So that's another thing. I'm just trying to keep faith strong, keep diligent. And so what's helping me is just staying on path. You know, I've been going down early at night the past week. I've been going down a lot earlier, like sleep-wise, like between 6 and 7 o'clock at night. A lot of times I'm already laying in the bed, and I'm definitely asleep before it's gotten dark, or almost asleep. A lot of times I fell asleep, I wake up, and I'm thinking it's late, and it ain't but 9 o'clock or 10 in the night. But I'm enjoying that because I know I'm about to be cycling. Because last night I took some stuff to help me sleep and everything, and I went to bed a little later than I have been. And it took a little longer to fall asleep. That's telling me what's about to happen. That I'm about to enter into a phase where I will not be sleeping probably a whole lot. And I can understand. I'm moving into the realm of coming up on the 20-something year anniversary of Mom's murder. So I probably will start sleeping a little less this week just from natural anxiety and thoughts processing and stuff. But on a good note, I'm glad to be where I'm at in life, as far as I'm grateful for that I do have what I do have, even though I've got a lot of work to do. I'm grateful for this morning. I'm grateful that anybody even cares to watch what I have to say and what I share. And I'm going to leave it at that. I still haven't kicked off the giveaway for the Way of the Wizard book, but I will get a video up hopefully before the end of the weekend, and we'll kick it off. And we'll leave that video up for a few weeks for people to comment on and put their name in and see if they can win a copy of Way of the Wizard. So this video is getting a little longer than I wanted, but it's going to be uploading from the tablet, which won't take as long. And I don't know. Just if y'all could, I'll keep everybody up. You know, I'm always got people in my thoughts and prayers, you know, but if you can just pray for me as you move forward, knowing that I'm going through a certain moment in time of memory about something that I really don't want to have to remember. And no matter how much you try to bury it, it's there. It's always there. That's just a fact of life. You learn to live with it. You don't get over it. Especially when someone dies a non-natural death and it was intentional. That makes things so much different for me. Like, I've dealt with death in my life, but you know. So anyway, until next time, Mr. Cloud, say to the eternal moment, over and out. I really appreciate you guys. Ditto.